Hi everybody, welcome to this quick 9 general wind direction playthrough for the division and dates shown on screen right now. All 9 holes, timestamps in the description down below. Please hit thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Remember to check out our channel homepage. There is daily quick 9 content available for multiple divisions. Please remember some of these replays may be from the time before Playdemic changed the attribute levels. Great chance for an eagle with this tailwind angle on this par 4. 4.5 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the right with a Titan. Can be played with low level extra mile as well. Here I set up at the top of +8. I would recommend you just set up a couple of yards higher. I would go top of +10 just to make sure you are near a min club with the thorn. So 4.5 top, 2 right, extra mile 8 I would set up at +10. Extra mile 6, 7 at +12. Adjust max +20. And the reason I would suggest setting them a bit higher is because sometimes you can get a dead bounce, which will cost you about 8 or 10 yards. So I'm going to show you a drive here. This does have the dead bounce, but the second shot is from a drive with a bit more yardage. So 349 on that one. We want to be in the 350s. This second shot is taken from a drive with 355 yards. Count up rings from min until you get the blue ring touching the bottom of the fringe where it meets the fairway. Then we are going to add between 3 and 5 bars of backspin, get the ball guide going to the pin. So look at the position of the blue ring, count up your rings from min. Here I pushed up 7 rings from min, so I placed 7% slider, -10 elevation. Further information on rings from min and the slider on the BK Academy tutorial playlist on the channel homepage. So rings from min, 1% slider per ring, and then we're going to play -10 elevation. Perfect ball, excellent chance for an eagle on this par 4. Looking at an albatross on this par 5. 6 bars of topspin, 1 bar side spin to the left. If you don't have extra mile 8, you could play this with Thor's Hammer 5 or APOC 3. If you've got lower clubs, you could even go with a big topper, but you would have to set up further back. Aim straight down the middle of that fairway on the right. Adjust max +10. Don't need to push up, just take a standard shot here. Perfect ball. And this will bounce over very, very nicely. And then clear the rough beautifully, of course, and we're going to roll to a drive distance, and we're looking for somewhere around 385 to 390 yards. Second shot, regardless of your position on your drive, I would suggest you always push up 10 rings from min. So find the minimum line, push up 10 rings in line with the pin, then apply spin. It is going to vary depending on your drive, but apply backspin and right spin so that you get the ball guide going to the pin. So always push up 10 rings from min, then add your spin. Find a good landing spot here, and then because we've pushed up 10 rings, we're going to always play 25% slider, 5% elevation. So in between min and mid, 5% elevation. So make sure you push up 10 rings so that the slider will work, and a perfect ball here has, in my opinion, a very good chance of dropping in this wind angle. Bounces nicely, takes the green nicely and drops for a lovely albatross on this par 5. Difficult wind angle here. I have had to go at the rough bump with this one, but it is a little bit tricky and very inconsistent, and in high winds you will adjust into max club. So I'm going to do a bounce up with the quarterback at min distance. So red ring touching the rough at complete min. Then we're going to go 4 backspin here and half a bar side spin to the right, to the left. Ball guide will be going through the hole just on the left hand side of the cup. The adjustment I make is min +30. This one has a beautiful line, but it does come in slightly short. So in this wind angle, I would maybe take 0.1 backspin off, so maybe go 3.9 backspin. But look at this lovely line, just a little bit short of pace, but a very tricky angle on this par 3. Another awkward wind angle on this par 4 here. Cross headwind. This is an aggressive drive, but if you can pull this one off, get you nicely in a good position for the eagle. 6 top spin, then we're going 2 right spin, setting up at max distance with extra mile 8. If you have low level clubs, I strongly would recommend you play on the right side in this wind angle. So max plus 10, we adjust into overpower, add a ring and a half on, so I'm going with 4 rings of overpower, outer wall curl to the right. Perfect ball is vital here. So again, if you're worried about this one, or you've got low clubs, I would honestly play right hand side and then go for a grizzly approach. But if you want to go aggressive, this is the best chance of an eagle in my opinion. Perfect ball does clear the rough very nicely. Kingmaker is recommended here. I wouldn't drop down to a Titan. 395, trying to get a reference here. +1 where the rough starts. And for this rough check, I'm also trying a rings from min set up here as well. And in the end, I play this one just in between mid and min. So it's going to be around 24-25% slider. If you can't do the rough check, play back fringe check. And my suggestion for that, bullseye over the back of the fringe where it meets the green. If that is +1, I will play it 34% slider. In each case, 10% elevation and no spin. So it's basically true club distance. Now, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can do so. Details on the screen now. As part of your perks on certain days for the Quick Nines, there will be some Patreon exclusive Master General playthroughs for those holes used. So make sure you check us out there. Now in this wind angle on this par 3, we have predominantly tailwind with a little bit of crosswind. I would go with the Navigator and the Guardian. As long as your Guardian has 100% backspin, you're going to be fine. So max backspin, 1 right spin. Now we need to set up, and it's all about the second bounce because you'll have different ring sizes on the Guardian. Here I did move over to the right there, but I do miss this one just to the right. So just before I shunt it over, you'll see the second bounce on the cutoff between the 2 green square columns. That is what I would go with, and I would also set up half a ring or half a square further on the green, because I want to catch more of the slope, and you'll see why in a minute. The adjustment is mid +20, mid +20, Navigator only. And look at this, we're just a little bit lacking in pace and we just missed to the right. So just need to tweak the second bounce position there and it's a brilliant chance for a hole in one. Now this hole is an eagle hole only in my opinion regardless of the wind. So we just got to make sure we play very safe shots here. Kingmaker is advised. If you have low wind then you could go with the Titan if you want to save on your Kingmakers. But it's 6 bars of topspin. And then we're going with side spin to the right as well. Max +10 takes us into overpower, so be sure to apply enough to get over the rough. It is going to be about 3 rings, 3.5, maybe 4 rings, depending what ball you are using. If you're using extra mile, great balls will risk the rough here, so be careful on this one. We just need to find the fairway. If you're in the rough anywhere around here, you're going to jeopardize the eagle. Second shot, Big Dog or Cataclysm, use whichever is the most appealing for you in terms of accuracy or ball guide. Here, depending on your drive, you're going to need between 2 and 4 bars of topspin. If you've got longer drive, you can go with 2, as I do here. In fact, I dial it back slightly to 1.8. But if you have a shorter rollout and you don't clear the rough with as much room as me on the drive, then I'd go with 3.5, maybe 4 topspin. Adjust max +10. Always apply max left spin on this one. And then with a Kingmaker, with 3 bars of left spin, I go with 3/4 ball curl to the left. If you only have 2 left spin, because you're going with a Titan, then add a little bit more curl on to compensate. Doesn't matter about the great left, this is still going to be fine and rolls down the slope beautifully to secure our eagle with a nice putt. Hole in one now on this par 3. Start with a basic ball. Apply 0.3 topspin, then we switch to a Navigator. That is because we don't want to apply any unintentional or hidden side. Switch to a Navigator. If you do have high wind in the 6.8 above, I would go to a Kingmaker. Top of the white ring touching the rough. This can be played with a sniper, level 7+, and we aim with the ball guide pointing at the hole. Zoom in if you want to check your alignment. It is quite difficult to see otherwise. Here we go mid-distance, 20% elevation, but we use power 3 settings, regardless of whether you're using a Navigator or a Kingmaker. Wind around the mid-5s will be good, so like I said, if you do have a Kingmaker here that you can put on, it will help you. Mid plus 20, power 3, bounces very nicely on the next piece of fairway and drops beautifully for a hole-in-one. No move target is the key on this par 4, so enter the hole with the rock and a Titan, then add 3 bars of topspin, can be played with rock level 7+. Don't move the target until you adjust, so just add your spin, and then we go 3 topspin and adjust max 0. We do have an eagle here. This is a brilliant chance for an eagle in my opinion. Max plus 0 with our no movement target setup. Hit perfect, and then the spin will do its thing. We bounce on the fairway, we bounce again on the fairway, and it will just roll a little bit to the right, but that's absolutely fine here. We're not going to risk the rough with a perfect. 297. Second shot, find minimum distance with a sniper, so make sure you have the Grizzly as your long iron. We're going to play from complete min, then we are going to add some backspin. I would suggest 2.8 bars. I did have 3 here, but it is going to be a little bit short, so go with 2.8. Then we find our position on the min line with the ball guide going to the hole. Then we are going to adjust minimum distance, 20% elevation. Min plus 20, be careful of the bridge. Certain wind angles, this bridge is going to be in the way, so try and find a good point where you can still adjust accurately without the bridge obscuring the rings. So be warned on that one. But min plus 20 here, very, very good chance at an eagle. We hit perfect with our adjustment along the min line, and we drop it right at the pin for an eagle. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. We have crosswind with a little bit of tailwind, but not much at all. 6 topspin here is all I'm going to use. No side spin. Max distance with a power 3 ball. You can play this with 4.5 topspin, and I will give you recommendations of what to change shortly. Adjust here, max plus 10. I don't push up to max because I want a slightly slower needle if we do have more tailwind. 3 rings of overpower if you have 6 topspin. If you only have 4.5 topspin, I would add more overpower. Probably go with 4.5 rings, maybe 5 rings of overpower to compensate for having less topspin. You will have a minor great left and minor great right on this one because the fairway is nice and wide, but we want to clear the tree shadow. Anything over 400 yards is going to be absolutely fine. If you want to play aggressively, second shot you can go with a rough bump here, in which case I would use a Kingmaker, but I'm going to try a bounce up shot instead. I'm setting up at plus yardage here, applying spin to get the ball guide to the hole. It's going to be between 4.5 and 5 backspin and a little bit of right spin. In the video here I play true club distance plus 10, so that is therefore 72% slider plus 10. However, this is under adjusted, so my suggestion based on this shot would be to play true club distance plus 20. True club distance plus 20. So work out where you are in between min and max, or you can use plus yards as well. Plus 12 will be max, plus 8, 90%, plus 4, 80%, but go with 20% elevation and not 10 as I did in the video. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.